Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mel and I live in the city in Canada in Zone 5B. Today is a beautiful day and I'm going to give you an update on my garden. Like I did last week, I'm gonna give you a tour of my backyard and then I'm gonna drive to my mom's place and I'm gonna show you what is growing in my raised beds. In this bed, as you can see, my turnips are growing well. They're not ready to be harvested, but I have one at my mom's place that I think I'm gonna be able to harvest today. Those are full of radish pods. I have more over here. And even the daikon radish has grown a lot of pods. Wow, I really like to put this in salad or just munch on them. I've discovered this year that you can grow your radish to seed and you can eat the pods. It's very interesting. The lettuce we've been harvesting a lot and I'm gonna harvest more today. As you can see, I didn't do anything yet to this rose bush. I need to deal with this as soon as possible, but I've planted 2 more parsley plants right beside this bush. I did that last year and it was super easy to come outside and just pick some parsley leaves. So I really want to see the difference between those parsleys and the parsleys I have in my little blue buckets. This is a ground cherry plant that Mademoiselle had chopped. It has a lot of fruits. My eggplants are huge, no flowers yet. Those are Rosa Bianca. My basil growing fast. You see this purple basil? I'm gonna be able to harvest the tops right here. I'm gonna show you. So when you do that, you give the plant more energy to grow 2 more shoots right here, and then the plant bush up. This is how you harvest basil. More eggplants, lemon basil. Here again, need to chop the tops off. The lime basil is a little bit slower, but it's coming along. So I really wanted to show you this. So those are both Antonio Romania plants, pepper plants, and I've seen on Reaching Reverie's channel that there's 2 ways you can prune your pepper plants to have more peppers. The first way is that you just chop the top off. So on this pepper plant, I've chopped the top off. It was right there. And it allowed those 2 shoots to grow, and they are already starting to produce little fruits. You can see. But there's another way you can prune your pepper plants, and this is by removing the bigger leaves and just leaving the smaller leaves and allow the plant to bush up. So this is what I did in this plant, and I did not do it in this one, and those have both been planted at the same time, transplanted at the same time. The only difference is that this one still has the big leaves and this one has been pruned. The baby black cap raspberries are doing great. They're starting to get big. I think I should repot them actually. This kiddie pool garden is doing great. Since I have planted those sage and nasturtium, I haven't seen any pests on my brassicas or in my garden at all, except for ants and maybe the occasional spider. The cockazel summer squash, this one is a bit slower to go than this one, but you can see that they are starting to produce little flowers. And soon we will be able to pollinate those and have a little bit of zucchini for supper. Look at the deep purple on these leaves. This is kale, it's red boar kale. And right behind I have my darky boar kale. Almost ready to harvest. Well, I could actually harvest some of this and put it in salad or make a small side, but I prefer to harvest it when the leaves are a bit bigger. It seems like these onions are starting to grow. I see some little kind of bulbs starting. Can you see? My cucumber plants are beautiful. I seen a cucumber beetle yesterday and I removed it, squished it. I don't want to have any beetles. And as I said before, we lost the tags of these plants, so we absolutely don't know what kind of cucumbers that are growing in each pot. This one is a bit slower, might not get enough sun. The caucasus summer squash that was here died. We need to plant something else in here. And those sunflowers are still in their solo cup. But look at this beautiful flower bed. I decided to plant a tomato over there. It was still in its solo cup, and look at all the shoots, all the suckers that this plant grew. So this is a survivor. I decided this plant wants to live so much that it's gonna have a place in my garden. So here is this, I think it's a bumblebee tomato. Those flowers are native here. They're called Philadelphia fleabane. And those one are kind of lilac and white. And I've transplanted those from my mother's place. Those are considered a weed over here, but they're actually super pretty, and they're biannual flowers. Love in a Mist white. Some beautiful violas. Black trumpet salpiglossus. Black trumpet salpiglossus. Mexican marigold. No, it's actually Mexican mint marigold. Borage in the back. Shasta daisies right here. Alyssums. I have no idea. What is this? Maybe it's a weed. I don't know. I planted it anyway. Marigolds. Some sad looking sunflowers, but they're gonna grow up, right? They're gonna grow to the sun. Even this one. Gosh. Some more zinnias, nasturtiums, calendulas. I'm really excited to see those open. I have more in the front and I'm really excited for those. Planted some chamomile, lemonade cosmos, and those are, can't remember, those are Malva zebrina. There are lots of buds on our raspberry plants, but no fruits yet. We still have to wait a couple of weeks. Same for the black-cap raspberries. New addition. So I went to the nursery trying to find orange habaneros, and there were none left. So look what I found. Shishito peppers! And I already see some little baby shishitos right here. Oh, hello you shishito. And right here. And there's a couple more. All my peppers already have fruits or beautiful blooming flowers on them. Those are the Antoi Romagna peppers, my fresh no chili, the little piquin peppers, the fish peppers, parsley is bushing up. There was some rain and there was some wind like crazy. So I don't know if the wind and the rain did this or a pest, but it happened. Those are my jalapenos. Still no fruits on the jalapenos. Same for the green peppers. More green peppers and more Antoni Romania. My rosemary is about 3-inch tall. Those are big rosemary leaves. Look at it compared to my thumb. But I have small fingers. But even though this is big, this is really big. I still have some catnip and some sage to plant, as well as some thyme. This is mint that is starting to bloom. I could actually harvest a bit of this and cook with it. Really happy to see this chive growing up. And then the rosemary that is growing. The savory is flowering. It's very pretty. The oregano is green and thick and it smells so good. Lemon balm needs a trim. And the green onions got a trim. They are making some bigger bulbs, as you can see. I'm very happy about the green onions. I will plant more. The lettuce, the thyme. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The tarragon. Oh man, this lettuce. It rained. It's in a pool of mud. This is how the gazebo garden is looking. The peas are growing. I have some pea flowers right here and right here. So we're gonna have some peas soon. The beans that are right in front are growing well as well. They're soon gonna be able to grab that trellis and thrive. We haven't harvested any ground cherries yet, but look at this. Isn't that crazy? The lettuce right in front is very happy because it gets some shade, and this is very helpful because we've been having some hot weather, and this lettuce is still producing a lot. I've been harvesting every 2 days. This is my tomato seedling situation. Jeez. And I even have some more over there. Those are all spoon tomatoes and they all have flowers and most of them have fruits on them. It's crazy. Why doesn't it focus? Here you go. Those sunflowers are soon gonna be taller than me. So this is my tomato situation. Isn't that crazy? Most of the tomato plants have produced fruit already. Nothing ready to harvest yet, but it's coming along. Those are artisan blush tomatoes. Yellow pear tomatoes. Red pear tomatoes. Brad's atomic grapes. This is why they call this tomato plant the Barry's crazy cherry, because it is crazy. We don't have any fruits yet on the Blue Beauty tomatoes, but we have big blooms. Same goes for the Principe Borgnese, as well as for the triple crop tomato plant. I see the first gold medal. Hi! And we still have no baby Roma tomatoes to show. Those are all spoon tomatoes that I decided to keep. And I have some fruits right here. And in almost like in every plant, there's little spoon tomatoes. Here. And this is an extra black cream tomato that I decided to keep after watching a video from Midwest Gardener. I don't know if you're familiar with his channel, but he has the softest voice. So he said that his favorite tasting tomato was the black cream, and I had one extra plant, so I decided to plant it. I'm very happy about how these melons are growing in their buckets. Those are both Kajari melons, and those are Minnesota midget. This cucumber plant is still lonely. And we added some more flowers to this front garden bed. Some more salpiglosses right here. Some more zinnias. I also added marigolds. More borage. Transplanted more chamomile right here. And some more calendulas. And those are Malva zebrina that I also transplanted right here. I hope this gets super bushy. Okay, so we're done here. We're going to my mom's place now. We brought a visitor. Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. 1 week has passed, and this is what the garden beds look like at my mom's place. This is our tomatoes. I don't know what happened to that tomato plant, but the top has been chopped. So we're gonna let this sucker right here grow into another top. But for the moment, we have this situation going on at the bottom of the plant. It has, can you see? It has 1, 2, 3. This is a third, and 4 suckers. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave those. Lots and lots of flowers here on the spoon tomato plant. Even a tomato right here. A cluster of flower and another cluster right here on the Barry's Crazy Cherries. The Blue Beauty tomato is also in flower. And the Roma tomato is also blooming. We're gonna have some tomatoes soon. I'm just pollinating the flowers here. I always do that. Okay, so let's start over here. We have some carrots growing. Lots and lots of carrots. I planted some dill right here. It's not growing. We're gonna start some plants at home, I think, and then transplant them. The sage. This pepper plant is a Antoni Romagna plant. The nasturtium is not flowering yet. The parsnips are finally sprouting all over here. Parsnips, 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 weed. Parsnips, parsnips, parsnips. The gold medal tomato has finally put on some flowers right here, and it has a sucker growing right here that I'm gonna let grow. The leeks, beautiful leeks. Lots and lots of carrots sprouting all over here. Oh no, the butterfly. We don't want to have this butterfly here. Shoo, shoo. Those are all pole beans. I have two varieties. I don't remember the name of the first variety. I'm gonna put it in the video. And those are beans that come from Portugal. Maria, ça c'était 5 qui poussent. So those were given to me by Maria. She was my colleague at the daycare. And now I've quit and I miss her very much, but she has given me those beans that come straight from Portugal. This, I don't remember what I've planted, so it's a surprise. I'm just gonna remove a couple of leaves here that are looking very sad. I say a couple, but it's gonna be quite a few. Here we go. In front of the beans, I planted some beets and they're popping everywhere. We're gonna have some beets. Catnip. Lots of bees on my turnips. I want to harvest this turnip. What kind of bee is this? Let's harvest this. Oh yes! I've harvested my first turnip of the year. It's cracked, but it looks fine. This one doesn't look that ready yet. We're gonna leave it, cover the roots, and I still have a few growing over here, as well as the ones that I have at home. The eggplant with the flea beetle damage looks like it has stopped now. The new leaves are okay. The basil, they look kind of yellow right now, but I'm gonna fertilize them later after this video. Golden beets, the parsley. We got to eat some ground cherries today from this plant. This black cream tomato is gonna get pruned a little bit. Here. That's okay. I'm gonna leave those leaves there. This triple crop tomato needs to be pruned as well. Now it looks fine. The celery. This radish hasn't put up any pods yet. Almost. Oh yeah, it has one. It actually has one. It has two. The pepper plants need to be fertilized. And we have two cocoselle summer squash that have sprouted. We're gonna plant more right here. And there are some cucumbers sprouting everywhere. Here, and here, 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 and here. Those melons are not looking as great as my melons at home in the buckets, but they are surviving. So that's it for this garden tour. I hope you enjoyed, and oh, I almost forgot. The mystery plant growing in the soil cups is lavender. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.